Hi, everyone. Sorry about that. A little bit technical difficulties, excuse me. Once again, my name's Aaron Albers. I am the author of Highest Betrayal. Uh, like I said, I apologize for the technical difficulties. Trying to get this working for my very first time, so it's trial and error, and hopefully I didn't lose too many of you. So once again, this is the question and answer session about Highest Betrayal, and we're going to feel free to jump on in and ask any questions. I'm going to post the link on Facebook on both so people can jump on in and ask any questions. So like I was speaking earlier, the book's a spy thriller novel in which two CIA agents are accused of murder, and they're basically set up for this because the person that's going to be behind this attack on the United States needs them out of the way, otherwise they know that it's going to happen. So to really get a sense of this, I recommend buying the book. I'm not going to give away too many plot lines, obviously, but so excuse me again. So feel free and go ahead and ask questions. The Q&A is open on the Google Hangout. Questions. Answer questions. So if you want to submit questions, go ahead and type them in the box below and we'll get them submitted. So, all right. All right. So a little bit about how I came up with the ideas on the book. The book was basically a way for me to pass time when I was working as a security guard. Then, trying to keep myself busy when I wasn't doing my appointed rounds and stuff. What ended up happening was it developed into its own thing, and I started to research it and started to get more involved into it. And basically, from there, it took off. And I developed story. I developed the story. I developed the characters. And when I actually got done, I was like, you know what? Just for green goals, I submitted to see if it get published. I had to get it edited, of course, and all that. But once that was done, I was actually able to get edited and start getting submitted. Took 4 years, but after 4 years, it is actually now available for sale. Shocking. A lot of people that bought the books said they have liked it, which is really nice for me. Thank you very much for all those who basically bought the book. Thank you. If I haven't signed your book yet and you bought it, I will sign it for my families, members out of state. Ship it down to me. PM me on Facebook or my wife's email Facebook page, and we'll give you our address. Ship it down. I'll sign it. I'll have it shipped back to you. So, go ahead and submit those questions, and I'll be willing to answer them. So when I found out I was getting this book published, it was a big shock. I thought it basically got lost in the annals. It wasn't good enough for the book to be published. And in fact, when I found out it was going to be published, I was excited, like any first-time author would be. So once the book was out there and it was being published, the process got to be very, I don't want to say tedious, more along the lines of kind of like, the word I'm looking for is involved, because you have to approve the cover from the publisher, you know, go over any last minute edits, try to come up with a marketing plan, and so forth. So it's a really involved process getting a book out there for publication. So let's see what happens here. So anyway, that's the book. That's the background on the book and how it came to be. I've had people that bought the book ask me, since I wrote it, is there a sequel? There was a sequel in the works previously on this computer that I have, up until it crashed and I lost it. So I had to go back and try to find all my notes and all that to restart the sequel to it. So go ahead and ask away those questions. As far as the book itself, it's going to be one of those things which, like I said, I'm not going to give away too much on it. You have to buy it and read it for yourself. Otherwise, it's not going to be, you're not going to want to basically buy the book if I give away too much. Just go out and buy it, read it. Trust me, you're not going to be disappointed in it. It's very good. It's a little rough because it was my first attempt at writing and I was going to school, but as my writing's improved, I could tell how much more involved my writing has gotten. But a lot of people that, like I said, that bought the book and read it said it's very good. So some of the people that bought it are people I work with and other people that I don't know that well, but they said it was really good. So as far as any other events going forward, book-wise, I am in works on trying to get another book written. I'm a little bit stuck on that one. It's been a little bit harder for me to get over that writer's block than I thought it would be. I'm gradually working through it, like any good former Marine would. I'm going to adapt and overcome to get through it. As far as this book itself, I'm in the works of trying to attend events locally around the area, so get the book out there. My book, I have done ads on Facebook to try to get the book out there, and as well as trying to get promote the book via other ways, be either people buying it and sharing it with their friends, people buying it and selling it around. I've tried to put it on digital libraries. I'm in the process of, I have to get to our local library to get the paperwork filled out for them to put it on their shelf. So it's going to be one of those things where it's going to be a little bit, it's taking its time to get there. As far as your questions go, don't feel free to ask away on them. For the most part, I'm going to be willing to answer them. I got one request though. I do not want to talk about politics about in the upcoming election. This is all about the book. If you want to talk politics, I would suggest not here, because a lot of politics are involved in the book. It's mainly for fiction. go ahead and ask away. As far as the cover, originally when I got the book back from the publisher, they originally had a picture of a Huey on it. No offense on the Huey. I know a lot of Vietnam vets and a lot of vets that like the Huey. I like the Huey, but in this day and age, everybody knows the Black Hawk. I think the Black Hawk's a little bit slicker looking, a little bit, you know, brings everyone be recognized. Hey, that's a Black Hawk. Compared to like what helicopter's that? No offense. I mean, to the guys who were in Vietnam and the guys who actually worked and maintained on the Hueys. I love the Huey. The Huey's still the granddaddy of all basic transport and attack helicopters. But for the book, I wanted the Black Hawk. The Black Hawk's a little bit slicker looking. As far as other events in the book, coming up, different backlines and backstories and all that, it worked out that way for those backline stories and back subplots because I didn't want the book to be completely focused on our two main characters, the two main characters. I wanted to focus not only from the bad guy's perspective, but I also want to focus from the perspective of inside the White House. Yes, a lot of books are like that. I understand that. But a lot of those stories don't get involved. They're not all intertwined. They're basically, some of those stories are intertwined, but some of them are not. They're all separate stories within the book. I don't like those stories. I find them boring. I find them not involved. I kind of like base this on the way Tom Clancy wrote his book involving politics and the CIA and intelligence and terrorism prevention. I did the same thing with Larry Bond, Harry Coyle. You know, they all integrated stories into their books, and especially from the bad guy. I'll call him what he is. He's a bad guy. He's the enemy. If you're a former military, he's the bad guy. You know, you want to know what the bad guy's up to. So a lot of those stories were integrated like that. As far as how I decided to wrap up the story and so forth, this was not the hardest story to wrap up. I mean, I took a little licensing with the underwater geography, as it were, where they stopped the thing. But I basically said, you know what, it's fiction. For the most part, I'm going to try to keep it geography and location-wise close to the same. But other times, as an author, I'm allowed a little bit of artistic license to take. So that's what I did. Wasn't that hard. I mean, as an author, you can, as long as you don't make it too extravagant of a license. A little bit of tweaks here and there is quite all right for a lot of authors. As far as besides the locations in the book, they're all researched. They're all basically, I decided, you know, try to keep it as real as possible, including the routes, they're all real. As far as, you know, locations of or people are all fiction. I did not base them on real events, and we have pretty sure all seen this in books, TV shows, and movies. Any characters in the book are barely based on fiction. If there's any realistic connection to anybody, it's purely by coincidence. So as far as other events looking ahead, November, I'm planning to attend the Miami International Book Fair. That's currently possibly in the works. Beyond that is up for grabs because not only budget-wise, but time-wise and travel-wise. Excuse me. So once we're done with that, once that's over with, I'll be available. I'm going to probably end up doing more of these Google Hangouts on air. I may also post stuff on my author page. It's Aaron Albers, which is facebook.com/ try and get it out. Computer is running a little bit slower than I would like it to. There we go. All right, it's facebook.com. Aaron, AARON.Albers, ALBERS 2. I posted under the group chat if you like to go there and look at it. That's the Facebook page. I also have a Twitter handle, which is at Marine1279. That's my Twitter handle, so go ahead and feel free to click on that. As well, a little bit about myself. Prior to me writing this book, I actually spent 8 years in the United States Marine Corps. I know people are going to look like, you spent 8 years in the Marine Corps. Yes, 8 years after the fact. I'm a little bit older, a little bit heavier than I like to be. So that gave me the world experience to get an idea on the regions, place where I can base my books. Because for my first 4 years in the Marine Corps, I was stationed out west. I was stationed in San Diego area at Camp Pendleton. If you've never been out to California or the San Diego region, it's probably one of the best areas to live at. Constant ocean breeze, low humidity, temperatures moderate, except for when the Santa Ana's blowing, the temperature gets up there. But it's a really beautiful area to live in. Beaches rarely accessible. We were just out there on a family vacation not too long ago, actually last week, for a battery. That was my first unit, an artillery battery reunion. Batteries, 6 guns that go very loud when you shoot them off. And after I left California, I moved to North Carolina, stationed out there at Cherry Point. Went back to Iraq in 2006 after being part of the invasion in 2003. My artillery battery. I served at the beginning of the war on terrorism. Went to Haiti in 2004. Got married in 2006. And 2005, according to my better half, which is at the end of 2005 out there. Thank you. Yes, we have 2 weddings. One was right before I shipped out to Iraq in 2006. We had a church wedding when we got home. As far as anything else goes, Once I got out, like I said, I worked third shift as security. Started going to school. Once I completed school, I spent 6 months working as a teacher, as a social studies teacher in the subjects of world history and geography, which is part of the social sciences. That's what my degree is in. As far as what I'm doing now, I'm working at a health food store while I was writing in my what time I do have. And I don't have the time or the money to write full time. Well, that's what I would like to do in the future besides teach. So once that's basically all about me. When we get done with the Q&A session and the end of this, if you'd like to learn a little bit more how to write, like I said, go to my Facebook page for the author. You can ask a questionnaire. You go to my Twitter handle, send me a request. I will be glad to answer any questions from there. As far as the days of these go, this is pretty much what I'm going to end up doing. Like I said, it's pretty much how I'm probably going to conduct my meet and greets. As far as the book, like I said, is a quick read. It's a little bit rough writing wise, which was my very first book attempting. Like I said, my writing's gotten better as it goes along. As far as everything else goes, the story is well put together. It's researched. Characters are researched. There's backstories to the characters if you want to learn a little bit more about them. I also have a website that we'll put under the group chat. AaronElbers.wordpress.com. And there it goes. And once you can go there and read all the blog postings I posted. The Facebook and Twitter links are there. The links to the books are there. How to purchase the books are there. As far as everything else goes with the book, it's one of those books like, you know, you can read on a plane, you read in your spare time. I mean, if you love to read, because a lot of people for today take reading for granted. Yes, everything's going electronic, which is fine. I still like reading a hard book in my hand. It's still one of the best feelings in the world for me. Reading for me electronically can be a little bit eyesore. I sure aren't that much because, you know, your eyes get strained and all that. As you can tell, you probably could tell the reflection off my glasses. But, you know, just spend 20-30 minutes a day reading can actually help you decompress, de-stress. I know it does for me. And also, you know, it doesn't have to be a book, you know, I would like it to be a book you would like to read for this one, especially mine. A lot of people said they like it, so go ahead and buy it and read it and form your own opinion. Since this was pretty much the one event that I did not want to mess up with, and I had a little bit of technical troubles, that's unfortunate on my part. We're going to probably end a little bit early tonight, but as I now know how to do this more effectively now in the future, I will continue to do this. So as I wrap up, like I said, you can post questions to my Facebook page, which I included in the group chat. I've also included my Twitter handle and my webpage. Everything's located there. Go out and buy the book if you would really like to know more about it. As far as in the future, keep an eye out, and we will look forward to doing this again. Thanks, and have a wonderful night.